Hey everybody, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today I am back in the park, in the garden, where I plan on doing some more digging. So as I said, I am back in the park today, in the garden, where I intend on digging up some more of the brick paths. And I've had some help along the way, as I've mentioned before, and I do now have some actual official volunteers who have joined up. I thank every one of you, and let me just show you what they have done and what I've done. Okay, got you off the stand there. So here is the original place that I started, and in previous videos I had said that more than likely this circle is only at this end and the other end down there. However, today I took a trip over to the Bensalem Historical Society and I was looking at the plan for the whole garden. It turns out that these little round parts right here are on each one of the four corners. So, as we know, I did this last time up to here. So there is a circle here as well, which is why we see the rounded brick. So this probably just goes all the way around. I still don't know what this little pipe is here, but I will find out probably today. And the people who were here this past weekend helped me out. Like, as you know from my last video, I only went about this far on the path, but they dug all this out. They started to dig this out, but it was probably getting a little too warm for them, so they decided to call it a day. I'll probably do the rest of this today. And you can see that they have dug out more of the squares. So now we have, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the squares dug out completely. So we're almost there, almost got to the end of it. But they dug out all this too. And this little round thing here, I found out also on the plans for the garden while I was at the Historical Society. This was definitely a fountain. So that's very cool. Anyway, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to get rid of some of these piles, and then I'm going to start digging and making my own pile inside the wheelbarrow. So, taking a little break, just long enough to let the sweat stop flowing. It's been constant. But let me show you what I've done so far. Okay, so outside of getting rid of the, had to be like 7 or 8 piles of dirt, was exhausting. But I managed to get more energy going, and I got the rest of this. In the beginning, you saw that it was partially covered. I got the rest of that, and I started on the corner here. It's a little tough on this one. You can see right here it goes down a little bit, so I have to be very careful in digging that out so I don't break the bricks. And this goes out, and you can see the bricks there. So this is another circle. There's one on all 4 corners, so for future reference for my fellow volunteers, should you get bored of digging out the squares of the chessboard, you can go out further on the corners. There should be a circle over here as well. I see bricks there, so I know there is. And there's this little path here, but there's not much to it, so we don't have to really bother with it for right now. But it goes over to this thing, which I found out definitely was a fountain, so that's cool. Anyway, so that's what I've done so far. I'm gonna rest for a minute, and then I'll start back up and show you what I did after that. So also, as I'm at the tail end of my little break here, I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before. I know I have brought up these playing cards, the 5, 2, and 7 of spades. I had mentioned that I wasn't sure why he picked those numbers or whatever, but I have, thanks to some research done by my mom, we have figured out why these numbers and this suit was chosen. In Alice in Wonderland, when she first goes to the Queen's Castle, the first people that she runs into are 3 playing cards that are spades, and they're painting the roses red. And that would be the 5, the 2, and the 7 of spades. And then when the Queen finds out that they were painting them, she wants to execute them, all that other stuff. So there's a reference to Alice in Wonderland, which I kind of figured it had to be. But also in the other book of Through the Looking Glass, they do mention at some point this guy up here, and that's why he's there. So it seems to be like an entire Alice in Wonderland / Through the Looking Glass type stuff. So just a little trivia there that I had found out. Thank you, Mom. Okay, so I have gotten as far as I'm going to get today. It may not seem like much, but in addition to taking out the piles and everything, it was a lot of work today. So let me show you what I've done. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, I cleared off the rest of this path here. I'm diagonal across from where I started, just to give you a reference. And I cleared out this circle and like the diagonal corner from where I started. And there's still one there, and there's one there as well. And then we have the rest of the chessboard, which my fellow volunteers, aka mystery helpers, will be tending to as they come here. Still have all these to uncover, but I think based on how quick they got these done, I think they'll get these done in no time. Still have a path right here, and quite a few other paths to uncover. From what I saw from the garden layout that I took a picture of earlier at the Ben Salem Historical Society, there are trails all back here, all here. There is, let's see if I can find some bricks. There we go. Some bricks right there. So there is a path here. There's a path over there. There is a path way down this side. Let me show you. There's a path down here. You can see this one kind of crisscrosses, goes around, and then it just like stops out there. Then it comes down here, goes all the way down there, and then somewhere right around here, I might be wrong, but I don't know, because this seems to go out more. Yeah, it's definitely it. So there's like a rectangle part of the path that goes around here, and there was like flowers or something in the middle. So there's still plenty to uncover, and I'm done for the day. I know that. I'm tired of sweating. There's another path right here. It goes from this entrance, and I guess it goes directly up to that circle path. And of course one that goes all that way. So yeah, still plenty to do, but between me and my helpers and the fellow volunteers, we've gotten done a lot. Can't wait till we get to the end of this and be able to see everything. Well, that's going to wrap up yet another one. Little by little we uncover the paths, and little by little we bring this place back to life. I would hope and think that Robert and Sarah Logan would be proud of what I'm doing and would appreciate it. I really can't wait till we get to the point where I can actually well, where we can actually plant things and just have this place blooming all over the place. It's going to be great, but that's, as I've said, not going to be until next year. Between now and then, I actually have to do some fundraising, as the park doesn't have any money to put into anything with the garden. All their money is tied up in the pool and maintenance and everything like that. So I'm going to have to do some fundraising, and hopefully I can count on each and every one of you to be donating to it once I get it going. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but probably more towards the end of the summer, I would say. And so yeah, keep a lookout for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to get out of here. As always, I need to get home and shower, and I guess I'll just see you in the next one. And until then, make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.